Welcome to Rich Conversations. Something that I've gotten really into over the last few months is watching commercials. They're so interesting to me. And my favorite time to watch them is during the NFL games on Sundays. Believe it or not, the NFL is one of the few pillars of monolithic culture left in America after the decentralization of media that we've experienced over the last decade or so. For the last 4 years, I've bartended on Sundays at Lincoln Station, a Buffalo Bills bar in Chicago, and they've been mediocre the entire time. And during this stretch, I've met so many regulars and diehard Buffalo fans and residents of Western New York. Props to them for sticking around and believing in their team. And that's what's so cool about sports is that you can believe in something that's totally out of your control, and your day is made or lost by the outcome of these things you can't control. About 5 or 6 weeks into this season, though, we closed the bar for the time being. The city restrictions on restaurants and service industry, they've just been brutal during COVID. And, you gotta live to fight another day. So go figure, the best Buffalo Bills season in over 20 years. And of course it happens in 2020. I miss seeing everybody on a weekly basis. And I'm just so excited and happy for them that their team is awesome. The Buffalo Bills are awesome. Circle the wagons. So my Sundays have been more open than previous years, and I can actually sit down, watch, and pay attention to the game. And something I especially love, the commercials. Watching an NFL game means leaving whatever bubble that surrounds you during the rest of the week. All across America, people in different communities and that have different backgrounds, they come together to watch their favorite teams compete. These games are the highest rated TV shows of the week, which means that advertisers will pay top dollar to get their product and message to the public during this time. So the result is this range of commercials trying to appeal to the largest possible crowd, but still within the context of football. Watching NFL commercials provides really like a snapshot of American culture and the values of various groups in the country. It's high stakes. It's so interesting to me. I really enjoy watching them, and I think of like who the ad is intended for and what are they trying to say or trying to communicate with these images, the music, the fonts that they use, or the colors. Every single thing in a 30-second commercial is intentional. Everything. It's really commercial art. And even more interesting to me is the fact that the millennial generation is now leading the creation process of these ads. And so this generation, millennial generation, doesn't just have a voice, it's shaping the narrative of who we are as a country and people. Recently, and by recently I would say like over the past year or so, I've slowly realized that I'm not young anymore. It's a strange thing to grasp. It really is. To come to terms and to comprehend that that my generation is no longer like the young and upcoming generation. We're adults. We're men and women now in our prime, and we're in positions of power, and we get to determine the future. And that's really cool to me. And the commercials that we're watching are a reflection of millennials' views. And because we're the ones creating them. It's like this millennial filter in a way. A couple of examples come to mind with commercials. There's one that flashes back to like a parent's childhood, and the teenage girl has these wire braces on and dial-up internet and that sound. Another commercial, I think an insurance commercial, and it's talking about turning into your parents. I really enjoy those especially. I don't know. These commercials, they're just so interesting to me. They all just like make me laugh. It's like playing a game and I'm trying to figure out who they're trying to target. And it's really silly because each one is so over the top to reach their audience. There's like there's all these different types because you have everybody tuning into this game. There's the young, super into sports gambling guy, working class guy who's into this like Americana image of ruggedness, independence, work ethic, dirty trucks. The nerdy guy who's into gaming and IT and web services. There's like the family that's, doing their best to live a happy life with a sense of humor. Kids and teenagers who just like cool and hip things. The veteran who served the country. Women watching with boyfriends and husbands, and commercials with images that appeal to the woke left. And then there's retired individuals who have different various ailments and they just want to live a happy and healthy, normal life. It's just, there's so many points of views and so many different targets. It's such a mix, and it's America. And it's just so interesting to me that you have such a diverse crowd with advertising for an NFL game compared to like if you're watching something on cable and it's very tailored, or League Pass. I have League Pass, and it's very catered to a certain audience, urban audience, and it's really interesting. But I'm excited for the NFL playoffs, not just because my two favorite teams, the Packers and the Bills, are in the playoffs. Well, maybe even the Bears, I don't know. But we're going to see some new commercials for the postseason run, and I'm excited. I'm excited.